Daily Bailey, episode 6. Just finished listening to the audiobook called The 50th Law. If any of you are familiar with the 48 Laws of Power, that's what it's based off of. It's the same author. It's Robert Greene, but he partnered up with 50 Cent, or should I say 50 Cent partnered up with him in this particular case, because what it does is it breaks down 50 Cent's life as one of the historical figures that you would hear about in the 48 Laws of Power. And it's really awesome because, I mean, a lot of us know about 50 Cent's past and his meteoric rise to fame. And it ended up being so cool because he breaks down his life and talks about all the things he went through, talks about his mindset on why he ended up being, who we know today as 50 Cent. And I definitely don't want to give it away because it's definitely worth reading and or doing the audiobook. But what he says is that the main point that I want to touch on right now is that he says it's about the fearless approach to life. It's about understanding that our days are numbered because, I mean, as we all know, 50 Cent was shot 9 times and lived, obviously. And then from there, he had gotten to a tight situation because he had just got signed to his record label, then they dropped him and all these things happened. So he faced all the adversity. He death was upon him, and he ended up recovering and then ended up being a great businessman. And that really hit me because the way it basically concluded in one way was when you're not afraid to die anymore, then you're not afraid to live. And basically those who are afraid to die are also afraid to live. So it's like realizing, just being a realist that we all are going to cross that path one day. Like that death is upon us. Not to be morbid again, but we don't have another really day or moment promised. It's up to God. And all we can do while we're here is do our best to live the best way we can, treating people the best way we can, doing as much as it is that we feel like we want to do or need to do. And then from there, I'm not trying to preach or anything, but I got to give my personal perspective along with this. Life is short. Eternity is eternity, so I believe that there's a heaven and a hell. And I believe that really the only way to get to heaven is to trust Jesus Christ as your personal savior. So, whether you appreciate me saying that or not, in this case, it really doesn't matter because, I mean, it's my faith, but I believe it is the 100% truth. So we can just go from there. Go ahead and grab you a Bible, pick it up. If you want to reach out to me, leave a comment, anything like that, feel free to do that. Matter of fact, if you like anything I have to say or don't like anything I have to say, leave a comment. And, hopefully you subscribe. But, yeah, great book. I highly recommend it. Audiobook, either way, is read by the author. So check it out. All right. I love you. God loves you. Be blessed. I'll talk to you soon.